everyone! So if you're watching this video right now, you've probably already seen my Renaissance Festival 2016 outfit of the day. So if you haven't seen that yet, go ahead and check it out. This video is going to be detailing all of the construction and all of the work that went into making that costume. So it would probably make sense if you saw the whole thing first, because I have very limited space in here. I'm in my alcove with all of my cool like sewing stuff right now. So yeah, for sure go check that out, and then I'll be right here when you're done. So go watch it, go watch it, go watch it. Alright, so this year I'm going to be going to the Maryland Renaissance Festival on September 24th. I will be there with a ton of my friends. It's my birthday, or my birthday and a couple of my other friends. We are all born in September, so we're all going to go. It's going to be jolly good. And then in sometime in October, I'll be at the Pennsylvania one. Different costume. I'll make a whole video about that. So if you're going to be in either of those Renaissance festivals, comment down below, and I'll probably see you there. So yeah. So for the September 24th one, the Maryland Renaissance Festival, I go every year. It's one of my favorite things in the entire world. I am obsessed with Renaissance festivals. It's really like, it's just magical, and I'm obsessed with anything having to do like Renaissance, medieval, like Celtic, fairy tale sort of stuff. Like, that's my shit. So if that gives you any idea of, sorry, I saw something moving. It was my cat. I'm such a cat lady. But anyways, if that gives you kind of any idea of how excited I am for this, I am so stoked. And now that some of my friends are going to be coming with me, I usually only go with my family, which is cool, but it's also kind of like, eh. I mean, I love them, obviously, but after going for like 3 years in a row, I'm like, okay, awesome. So I'm actually just gonna stop talking and get started talking about the construction of this. So again, if you want to hang out at the Renaissance Festival, I'll be there. So the first thing is, this is my bag for the fair. As you can see, it has these little like animals on them. These are antique mink pelts. I found them at an antique store about 6 years ago, and I've had them just sitting around, and I've been like, I don't know what to do. So they've just been around my room, and they're like super soft. So I guess that's what I mean by like recycling. I just used stuff that I already had like in my house. I didn't buy anything new. So this is like the pattern on the strap. It's all these like moths and butterflies and bird cages. I have a futon, or like a little ottoman kind of thing that, sorry. I have an ottoman slip cover that's this fabric, and I had some extra scraps, so I made like a nice little strap. There's the seam, and then the front of the bag is that too. So as you can hear, there's stuff in there. Right now, this is kind of where I keep all my D&D dice. So here's my little dice bag, and then like, I have like, oh, I rolled a 16! Solid! It's a complete hit. Alright. Anyways, it would have been really cool if I rolled a nat 20. That would be awesome. But yeah, all of my D&D dice. That yellow one is from 1975, or whenever it first came out, because my parents played it when they were younger. Yeah, so I keep all my dice in here for now, just so I don't lose it, because Lord knows I can't keep track of anything. I'll give you guys a close-up. Oh, I just spilled all of it in the bottom. Awesome. It's cool. I'm playing D&D in a few nights anyways. Anyway, so here's like the little mink heads. I hand stitched the entire thing, which literally made me want to kill myself. But okay, not really, but it was really, really tough on my fingers, because I had to use specific leather thread, so it wouldn't, you know, disintegrate. When you use cotton thread with animal hide, sometimes it runs the risk of disintegrating and just being awful. And oh my god, my cat is being so bad. So yeah, I had to hand stitch the entire thing. This was it was really tedious. It took me, the whole bag just took me like at least a good half day, maybe an afternoon or something, which, you know, it's pretty small. It probably shouldn't have taken me that long, but I'm really anal about like actually stitching and making sure that like it wasn't gonna fall apart. So it's really sturdy and really nice, and I use like a really heavy thread. So yes, and they have their cute little tails and their little feeties. And they're just, it's adorable, but my cats keep trying to like eat it, so. Alright, the second accessory that I made was my headdress. I'm obsessed with flower crowns and all that, and I've been obsessed with flower crowns since before Lana Del Rey. Thank you very much. So this is actually kind of an updated crown. Like, I know I've had the ones that go completely around my head, but this one I wanted to have more of a headdress kind of feel. So the most prominent thing that you're going to see on here is definitely this fox skull, which one of my best friends from college gave to me. Thanks, girl. I love you. Love you. But it's this fox skull, and these, I have a bunch of little gems like everywhere and some paint, so I mixed some like matte pink paint together and this kind of gold on the inside of like the orbital bone, I believe, and then on the inside of the sinus cavity. So I don't know if maybe if I hold it near the light you can kind of see it shining a little bit, but it is pretty gold and it's really cool. It has like these little pearls on it and some more gems up here. So if you're really tall, you'll be able to see the top of it when I wear it, but it's still pretty like, it's still pretty fun. I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of room and I know my head's already being cut off, so on the sides of it are all these like old like fabric flowers that I've had, and just this really big one. I think I actually ended up buying some ferns for this, so I guess what I said wasn't 100% correct, but like I paid the entire outfit other than the ferns was free, so really this whole outfit was 89 cents or whatever that I got from like the dollar store. So there's all these fabric flowers on here, and I hot glued them, no, I E6000'd them because I don't mess around, to this kind of felt, there's a couple layers of felt, there's like 4 layers of felt on the side just to give it like a rigid appearance, and this sits over my ears, so that way it kind of looks like there's these beautiful blossoms all over my head, and then it kind of comes down into these little cascadey noodle looking things. So yeah, and then they're all attached by chains on the side, so that looks really dope. I'm considering getting some chains down the back just because I feel like the back of my costume's kind of boring, but I'm also really tired and don't want to continue working on it because I feel like, you know, when you want to add just that one more thing is when you completely destroy it. So I'm just gonna let it go. So moving on to the actual clothing part of the outfit, I had a customized bra and then a skirt that I wore over a pair of lace crochet shorts that I just don't wear because they're really see-through unless I wear some sort of like spandex underneath. So I did have spandex on, I promise. So this is an old Victoria's Secret bra, like one of the super push-uppy ones, because Lord knows I am the head of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee, and I'm sorry, I'm 18, I can say that. So I took a bunch of flowers, and then there's all these pearls on it, and this is an old pin that my great-grandma gave me, this purple thingy in the middle. So I had some extra leftover flowers, and then some of these weird little moth things that are left over from my 16th birthday when I did an Alice in Wonderland. Wow, what a surprise, Alice in Wonderland fantasy kind of thing. So here's that, and some of the things, there's some little bald patches that I'm gonna have to go back through and just kind of fix, but this is really a test run for me. So yeah, so I just kind of customized the bra and wearing that around because why not? There are no rules. So that actually only took me, that bra really only took me a couple hours, maybe 8 hours to do, just because I was like hand gluing every single like E6000ing or whatever each pearl bead onto it, and they're plastic pearls, they're not like real. Like God knows that bra's not worth like $3,000 because I use real pearls, but I did have to do every single one, so I took a pair of tweezers, glued it, put it, and I watched like the entirety of Marco Polo when I was making it or whatever, you know. So yeah, that was really, really tedious, and then putting all the flowers on, it was just super tedious. I would suggest just honestly like what I would do in the future if I had to do this again. Sorry, my cat's acting up again because he's a little asshole. Anyways, if I had to do that again, I probably would just use hot glue and just like sprinkled them on, because that would have been way easier and I would have wanted to like cry a lot less. Sorry if you hear any sort of like rustling or like crinkling sounds. My cat is being literally the worst right now because of course he is when I'm trying to film. So the last item that I worked on was this skirt. This was the most sewing intensive piece of my costume, and everything that is on this skirt is either a bed sheet or a or shower curtain, so, or like a tablecloth, because this was part of, I don't know if you guys remember my like fairy queen outfit. My friend took a bunch of pictures of me in this white outfit and it was beautiful, and I made the skirt and like we used a top that we got at Goodwill. So really he just let me have like the rest of the fabric because like what's he gonna do with it, and he's actually the same person who gave me the fox skull, because we're literally inseparable, and also the same person. So we have excuse me, I have all this lace here as part of an old like tablecloth kind of thing, as well as some of like the lace cutouts. I don't know if you can see these. There's some lace cutouts in here that are like here and here, and then it kind of all comes down, culminates at a point at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. There's a lot going on. Okay, and then there's all these little kind of scrappy things, and I wanted to look ethereal and beautiful, but it's a little dirty. I'm gonna have to like trim some of it so they're not dragging on the ground so much. Again, this is kind of a test run for my entire project, but this literally took me the longest. This took me over a day to do, just because I had to hand stitch all, I don't know if you can see this, but I had to hand stitch this leather part to the canvas on the inside that I attached everything to. So this is already 3 layers of fabric, and this is really heavy. This is 2 layers of heavy, like, pleather, really, because real leather is real expensive, and this is a costume that I'm going to be wearing for a couple hours. So, yeah, you can see all of my hand stitching along the inside. I didn't want it to be perfect. I don't really care about necessarily how perfect the straight line is, because it's supposed to be, like, rustic anyways. So, yeah, it has this little ruffle on it. This was like the bottom of some other fabric that was white. I was just looking for any white fabric I could find that wasn't linen. So, because I'm not about to be cutting up linen because it's real expensive. So yeah, and then I have also this little brooch on here. It's like a little mistletoe leaf that I thought was really interesting because I'm obsessed with like Norse mythology, and if you know the whole thing with Loki and the mistletoe, that, and then I have a little clasp on each side that keeps it together. Alright, so that's the end of the video. Those are all of the costume pieces I'm going to be wearing. I have a couple things like a pair of boots and then a pair of shorts that I had just laying around the house, and I was like, cool, awesome. And then the makeup that I was using is all from the Swamp Queen palette by Bunny Meyer or Graveyard Girl. So I hope that kind of answers any questions you have. If you want to hear more about like my forays into costuming or anything else about the Renaissance Fair, or what I'm doing at fashion school, and like why I'm doing all this stuff with costuming, just let me know. I'll make another video about that, I guess. And if you want to hang out at the Renaissance Festival, Maryland Renaissance Festival, September 24th, I'm gonna have like green hair and will be dressed in all white and with a really tall dude in a big black cloak. Wow, I can't speak. So yeah, if you want pictures, I will be there. If you want to be in a vlog, I will be filming. So if that interests you at all, yes. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.